Howdy train fans, welcome back to the Chattanooga Southern Railroad. So last couple days I've been busy since my wiring update working on my power panels schematics. And this took a lot longer than I was planning. And I've gotten a couple questions from you all that I'd like to try to answer. First of all, the software that I've been using for this has been PowerPoint, okay? And I set up the file specifically to be an 8.5 by 11 in a landscape format to fill these in. That's question number one I got. The other thing is that these panels, or what I have used, these are picture frames specifically designed for an 8.5 by 11 certificate that I picked up the set of 6 from Michael's art supplies. I think that's a regional. I don't know whether that's national or not. But I got all 6 of these, as you can see here, for like 20 something bucks. And basically it is a plastic frame. These things pop in. This is a true piece of glass, which is important for the touch toggles, okay? And the nice thing is, again, setting it up for 8.5 by 11, the sheets fall right in there. But just kind of walk you down the 6 panels I've done. So this is the one for the L&N interchange / yard that's out there on the outside. So that's representing that there, okay? Then I've got what I'm calling the North Junction and interchange, and no, that's not a misspelling. It is N-O-T-H, and there's a whole backstory there for my railroad I'll talk to you about. But you can see that that's basically this section here that you're looking at. It has the interchange with the L&N and the main line heading on down, and then of course the west branch here. This one here is for the DeHead's yard. For those of you that are familiar with Chattanooga, you probably get the joke there. And that is my yard section over here, okay, with engine servicing facilities. The next one is I'm calling South Chattanooga, right? So this represents the area, although it's covered up with pink foam, the area on that side of the layout throughout here, including the scrap yard, rip track, heavy unloading team track over there, and that's that part. Then we've got Chattanooga's the South Chattanooga Junction, which is the panel that will sit right here, which basically encompasses these 2 switches here, right? So this is the run to head south down to that way, and then this is the west connector back into North and DeHead's yard, right? And then all points west there. And then finally, you saw this before. I did a little revamping on it. This is Sugar Alley. So that's what I'm calling what was called the industrial section down there with the Coca-Cola, Brock's, and the DuPont site there. So a couple things about these. You'll notice that I have color coded them, right? So yellow or gold yellow is the main line tracks. Black is all industrial siding and yard tracks. The green are my siding tracks, so they're part of the main line, but they're not the primary route. You'll notice that I have the circles that are designated that will be cut out for the touch toggle lights to be seen through at all the turnout locations. I've also got a couple of those turnout locations that have a red circle, and the reason these are red is these designate a crossover, so that if one turnout is flipped, they're both flipped for obvious reasons, to make sure that track no derailments happen. And you'll see those on a couple of places, like you'll see the crossover here, the crossover there. You'll see a couple turnouts here, one there that matches the one on the back side here, couple specific places in the yard where you got to throw certain turnouts to make those work. This is obviously not to scale here, right? And then of course over here we've got a couple of crossovers here, here, and there, in which the turnouts have to both be positioned correctly. In addition to that, I've clearly labeled things like, you know, where tracks go off with the double dash lines, showing where my tunnel portals are if they exist, and where certain industries are, like the cement plant, up there the woodworks, the furniture, siding. I've labeled the L&N interchange and made those, all interchanges are going to be colored gray. There's the interchange storage, north, south, west, those kind of things. And of course the link to hidden storage there. So these things are really easy to separate. Like I said, they just kind of, you reach in behind here and you pop down, and you can see how quickly these pop out of the frame. And I'm doing this one-handed, if that tells you anything. Oops, maybe I'm doing it one-handed, we'll see. And you can see, right, so that piece of glass comes out, right? And like I said, it is a real, you can hear it, real piece of glass there. And again, this is just printed on normal paper. You could do it on harder cardstock if you wanted to, but knowing that I've got to cut that circle out on this one's not such a big deal, but you start getting into ones like that and that's a lot of circles. And then it comes with a kind of a light gauge cardboard backing, and you can see the frame here. And as I mentioned in my other video, you got to take this frame thickness into account, especially with the touch toggles. You have to keep all your touch toggle components inside that frame there. So anyway, and these things literally go back together just as quickly as it came out. And again, I'm going to try and do this one-handed here. We'll see. And what I like to do is just kind of put it on a solid surface like so, right? Lay it in the frame like that, and you'll hear it pop in, maybe. We'll see. Doing this one-handed is not hard, easy. All right, I don't want to crack that glass, so we'll leave it be. But as I said, I'm using the touch toggle just to make sure that I've got clearance on each of these frames, right? Nice label with my logo, the railroad name, and the locations on all those. So excited about that. Have those done. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take just the paper copies with me down to the Timonium train show, because the touch toggle folks usually come to that show, and I want to talk to them about what to do, what I need in order to run all of those turnouts. And so that also means I've got to start collecting more of the tortoise switch machines. Well, that's it for tonight. You can see I'm diligently working. We will see you all down the tracks. Thanks for watching. Bye.